Thank you, David. Well, this is one of the classic confrontations in Scottish football. It's Aberdeen against Rangers, and they've got history. A game with an edge. I'd say this is as nasty as it gets in Scotland.
You mentioned the hostility. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, Ian. And I just hope that the referee, Willie Collum, has a good game today as well.
Weiss, on loan from Manchester City, and he's already wowed the Rangers fans. Whittaker, Bagheera. Whittaker first time. Loose from McArdle. It's given a Foley a problem. Kenny Miller, though, unable to retain it. Chris Maguire now. Flag stays down. Scott Vernon continues his scoring spree. Aberdeen have got trouble in store for Rangers yet again.
I'll tell you what, there's a fair bit of composure in that finish. Immediately gets the break of the ball, Foley. There's Maguire on the turn. The pass is on. Bagheera wants to step out. The linesman's got it right. He is onside. But absolute composure. Very cool, one-on-one with McGregor. And he just passes it into the corner. Excellent finish. There's a man in a rich vein of form, and quite rightly he goes and takes the applause. The game hasn't really started in the first 10 minutes. Offering himself for a pass, quite right to drive in here. He feels as though it's on Whittaker. Well, it's completely accidental. Just a couple of minutes ago with that Davis, there is Eiffel colliding with Jelavic.
He didn't require treatment, but he does have a sore head, I bet. Kenny Miller nips in, but Langfield equal to quick corner. Weiss, no takers.
I think this is terrific play from Weiss. He puts this into such a dangerous area, and apart from McCulloch at the front, no one inside that 6-yard box. Miller having the shot earlier.
Was flying in here, there and everywhere, in fact.
Yeah, you'll get this all the time. Papak's not happy with McCartney. Phil Naismith not happy. Considine did well to win the one. Just a minute earlier with Whittaker playing this back to Alan McGregor. Look at him when he clears it here. No wonder this game kicks off when you see incidents.
McCulloch, Davis, Naismith. Jelavic returns it, but Naismith has dragged it wide. It has gone out
here from Jelavic is absolutely wonderful, right into the path of Naismith. He is stretching a little, and he actually gets too much on it. Too good a connection, right on the instep there. Can't get...
Vernon, Mackie, Aberdeen threatening. It's a lovely ball for Maguire! 2-0 Aberdeen! Once again, they are raising their game against Rangers, and some.
He picks the ball up on the left. No one is expecting a left foot cross here. The only one who's looking for it is Maguire. He's the only one on the move inside the box, and he gets on the end of it. There's enough pace in that cross from Mackie. He just guides it towards goal, and McGregor's on his heels. Brilliant finish again.
Jelavic shrugging off Eiffel. Vladimir Weiss, very direct, and that's a penalty. And Rangers have the chance to respond straight away, and Sander Diamond got a bit involved then, I think. And what is Willie Collum going to do here, because it's all kicking off? And the assistant referees are over to try and keep order as well. It's turning into a typical Aberdeen Rangers contest.
Well, I think it was Young, after Weiss went down, it was his reaction to when the penalty was given. And I think that is what has caused the Rangers players to be a bit incensed at his behaviour. But no need for Naismith to run 20, 30 yards and get involved.
Explosive stuff. Kenny Miller's waiting to take a penalty, but Willie Collum has other business to attend to. Naismith and Diamond look like they're both going to get a yellow card.
It's a clear penalty, he's got this right. Vice, look at Collum's position. Eiffel makes the challenge. It is a penalty, but I think it's what happened once he's down. You look at Diamond, there's the push. Young's trying his behaviour.
Rangers given a very quick opportunity to respond to Aberdeen's 2 goals. And this is the man you'd want to be stepping up for this. It's Kenny Miller! He has scored in every SPL game so far this season. And Rangers are right back in this gripping game.
Top form. Oh, look at the encroachment there from both sets, but it's in the back of the net, that's the important thing. Right down the middle, allowing Jamie Langfield to dive, which has been involved in so much this afternoon. That one is high, but I think the two are.
Stephen Davis. Stephen Naismith. Broadfoot now. Davis. Miller. McCulloch's effort is blocked by Foley. Chris Maguire is going to be punished for that challenge on Kurt Broadfoot. It can be a bit like that at times, Maguire. Hot head.
Well, the yellow card count is racking up. Ref, I think, taking a word or two from his linesman just to make sure he's got this one right. And if it's a yellow card, it's entirely the right call. Maguire trying to, when you see the way the ball bounces here, Broadfoot absolutely makes sure that the referee sees it.
McCulloch. Davis gets there in time. Miller. Papac!
The Rangers, they're getting their defenders right up in attack as well. Earlier on it was Bugera, this time it's Papac taking the role of the centre forward. Kenny Miller putting in the cross.
Naismith gets a second go at it. It's Davis. Laid down, but Rangers still have it with Davis. Broadfoot who came on for the injured Whittaker. I think Kenny Miller might have trod on McCulloch then. Broadfoot.
Well, driving through the middle here with Young, and I think he just catches Jelavic. I think when he goes into him, McCulloch going beyond his strikers, I think he catches the ball here. Mackie does well to play it up the line.
Considine goes long towards Vernon, who was closely watched. Naismith now. Never quite had it under control. McCardle stumbled though, and now Stephen Davis heading towards goal, and Miller! Kenny Miller seizes the moment, and he is the man of the moment. That's 10 goals already this season, and Rangers have responded remarkably.
He's absolutely superb, but look at the service he's getting. Once this pass goes to Davis, Miller knows exactly what to do, biding his time, waiting for that cross to come to him, and he's very happy to take it first time. Gets a tight ankle on it, a lot of power in that side foot, and guides it high into the net. Langfield has no chance. And 2 goals. Look at Miller's play here. He's not desperate to get into the box, just by jogging. He knows that buys him the space, but once it comes to him, his eyes deadly on the ball, finishing it, ruthless. 10 goals for the season already.
Yes, he was arrested for the... Miller, Naismith, he's gone for it, but it's vice for Davis. Rangers eager to get a grip on this game now. Davis, Jelavic, off the outside of the post.
Davis does so well here, driving across this 18-yard line. But Jelavic trying to curl it into that far post, trying to guide it in, pass it in. just clips the outside of the post. He thinks it's in.
Ball from Broadfoot. He's gifted Aberdeen a corner. Won't be a costly one. Maguire takes it. Foley popped it back in, and
well, I don't know how many attempts they've had at goal, but Aberdeen look as though every time they have an attempt at goal, they almost score.
McCulloch, Jelavic was offside, but Naismith wasn't. Stephen Naismith, unselfishly for Jelavic. He gets in on the act. A terrific turnaround for the champions this. From 2-0 down to 3-2 up. This is what they're made of.
Well, I think that all stemmed from the fact that Langfield had no one to hit. And eventually, once he did kick it, it's a poor one because they lose possession right away. And when that is played on to Naismith, Miller's offside, but he's not interfering with play. Jelavic is the one who gets up in support, and he's the one that's got the simplest of finishes. McCulloch just helps into the danger area. Naismith is onside, very unselfish, making sure that they get the goal. He's not going for the one-on-one. Simple layoff to the side, back off here. Once Considine plays the ball to him, only one thought in his mind, on his right foot, cutting inside, no one closing him down, and he just cuts across that ball, just a bit too much. That takes it away from the target.
He's loving it, isn't he? Taking work.
Quality defending. And again of Willie Collum. Vojadinovic just going over here, past Broadfoot.
I think it was Lafferty who sent it away. And needless free kick given away by McGuinness. Bagheera. Sander Diamond's mistake. Naismith tearing away again, and Maguire is going to be off here. It's a second yellow card for Chris Maguire, and he sees red.
Sander Diamond gives the ball away here. Rangers are on the rack. Maguire's trying to get back, but he's nowhere near the ball there. Brings Naismith on. I think it's worthy of a yellow card. He's already been booked. So despite the fact that he may feel a bit unlucky, I don't think Willie Collum's got a choice here. 2 yellows, makes a red, and he's out.
3 players charging in, and Naismith and Vojadinovic have both stayed down. Everyone fully committed to the cause there.
One there. You look at their eyes, all focused on the ball. Vojadinovic right into Naismith. Broadfoot's there as well.
Jelavic now. Aberdeen their own worst enemies there. Miller's cross. Away by Ryan Jack. Jelavic way over.
Yeah, it was. I mean, we saw something in the World Cup final that almost ended in the back of the net. McCulloch there trying to play it back to Langfield.
Megginson failed to connect properly, and we are now really daunting. They've had to do it the hard way after going 2 down. But that's that. Rangers have won at Pittodrie. Walter Smith's side turning round a 2-0 deficit. Jelavic got the game's decisive goal with some considerable help from Stephen Naismith. Kenny Miller scored a double and went into double figures for the season already. That was after Aberdeen had made a flying start with their strikers on target, Scott Vernon and Chris Maguire, who was later sent off. The champions had to dig deep, but their strike partnership are looking good, really good. Jelavic has settled in superbly, and Miller has been simply outstanding.